swivel, you can swivel them to face inside the car. Okay, so it has been a couple of months with the TiesFong dashcam. First of all, this is the weirdest dashcam I've ever had. 4 cameras, 3 in front with 2 that swivel. You can swivel them to face inside the car. So you look at the left or the right of the car, or a passenger and the driver. Then the front one is fixed in front and it has a very wide angle. Then there's a rear camera which you wire around your car, and then the wire gets in somewhere here. The best thing about the dashcam is that you have 4 angles. Here's everything that works. First of all, you get all angles, powers and shuts down when you leave the car. It also has really good audio. So if you want to record conversations that are happening in the car and all that, it works well for that. There's also something called radar. As you can see here, it's written built-in radar. I noticed one problem with this is that it can drain the car's battery. So you can leave it off if you're not parking in a place where you need it on. Radar here works by identifying if someone moves close to the car and records. If you want that, or if you're parking in an area where you feel less secure for not long periods of time, you can leave it on and it will indicate with a red light over here. The other good thing with this dashcam is that it has never heated. My previous dashcam was the 70mm, 2 different ones, and when you're doing a long journey, it can heat up if the environment is very hot and it will just shut down. Okay, now a couple of negative things that will concern anyone who's considering this dashcam. First of all, the app. It feels like it's just a generic app made for dashcams. Secondly, delays, and this happens when you first boot up your car. After about 3 to 4 minutes is when the dashcam will come on. This could be 2 issues, either the memory card or the radar button. I formatted the memory card and also put the radar button on 1, not 0. It was usually on 0. And now it works immediately the car is on. The other thing is my SD card, which is 128 gigs, has a couple of issues. There are times when you switch on the car to drive and it will tell you the SD card is not formatted, and you will leave it, don't format it, and it will just start recording after a while. I don't know if it's the size or the speed of the SD card, but that has happened to me a couple of times. The other thing is, if you have wireless CarPlay or Android Auto, forget about accessing the app while inside the car. Wireless CarPlay and Android Auto uses Wi-Fi to connect, and this also uses Wi-Fi to connect to the app. Another thing that I don't like with the 70mm, there used to be notifications with voice, where the dashcam will tell me there's a car ahead, or it's recording an emergency video, or something has happened. But this one, there's just one sound and you can't tell what is happening. The other thing is resolution. This dashcam can record 4K, but it can only record 4K with this front camera. The rest of the cameras can only do 1080p, and it can only do 4K with this camera if you have this camera alone. If you do 4 cameras, it switches to 2K plus 1080p. That could be an issue for someone. Finally, the 2 swiveling cameras record as one feed. You don't have them as separate files. It comes already conjoined. Okay, so the verdict here. This is an affordable dashcam. If you want something that records 360 and gives you the peace of mind that everything can be recorded, then this is a good option for that. It's affordable when you compare it to other options from 70mm, Xiaomi and other companies. I got it from AliExpress. It takes a couple of weeks to ship, but it arrives and it works.